Hello. Hello, guys.
Hi. So I was just reading books. That's what we're going to talk about today.
TableDrop returned today and will bring you very interesting topic.
Yeah, from the zone. So we thought we are going to make one of these free-form podcasts
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
To update all the things we find very interesting for this current time, and also one topic we want to discuss.
Yeah, so every week we are going to have a deep dive topic, and then we're just going to talk freely because we had a lot of fun doing it for the Kickstarter, and we thought, hey, let's just keep
going.
The ball rolling. Today I have something for you.
Yeah, what's
Surprise.
that? Surprise, okay. You want to buy new box?
Do I want to buy more little plastic men? Actually, I want to buy this dinosaur that you can find in one of the stores here. I'm kind of like, back then I said no, but now I kind of am yes. And let's take it step by step.
Yeah.
What I found is something a lot smaller than a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's such a thing called Microgames. I never heard of it before.
Very tiny one?
Very tiny one. So there is this company, I guess, called Blackside Studio, and they are releasing a game called Demon Ship. Demon Ship is apparently what is called a micro game, and it's currently in pre-order, but apparently some YouTubers already have it, so that's how I found out. And it's this very fascinating concept of having tiny building blocks that you arrange for each quote-unquote stage, a few really nice miniatures, and then it's just a very simple rules, like the booklet, the rule book is very thin, it looks at least, and what the YouTubers said, that's also kind of seems to be rather simple, but a very deep complexity.
Oh, okay, like chess?
Like chess. Right? Like, simple rules, simple concept, just a few things, good looking terrain, and then you go all in with the complexity. I love this idea. I love everything about this. I'm going to figure out how to get it shipped to Singapore.
Oh, can we pre-order them?
We can pre-order, but I haven't yet figured out. It says when I say ship to Singapore, it says that shipping destination not found or something. I was like,
Oh wow, maybe they didn't imagine or expect that there's so many fans from Asian country want to have the box to not prepare for the whole international markets.
Actually, this is the perfect segue to our main topic. But I kind of want to stick on this a little bit longer. If we have it, of course, we will present it on our channel, and we will show you the just fascinating concept of a micro game. Apparently it's single player, so we have to kind of figure out a way to play it together, but we will find it. It's possible.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's next?
Up next, a little video.
Ah, okay.
It's a trailer made by someone who has already done quite amazing animation work for what looks to be somewhat, you know the movie Alien?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So he calls it Monday, the worst day of the week. So you have already seen it, I have already seen it.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Wow, it's very interesting with a very good graphic, and I couldn't imagine that it's made by just like one man. Yeah, it's not a trailer, but I hope that some company or someone will invest, then he can expand it more and more into the whole series, something like that.
I have to correct you a little bit. It was one man and his massive talent.
Yeah.
So that was. I mean, he has a video actually up on his YouTube channel as well. I'm going to link both below in the description, where he shows a little bit of how he animates stuff, and this takes hours. And it's. I mean, I wouldn't have the mind to do that, to be honest. Like our little channel intro, that took me like I think almost a day or so.
Yeah.
But it's like it's 4 or 5 panels. It's really simple. I use a lot of tricks to cut corners. I don't have the mindset to sit down for 5, 6, 7 hours on end to just draw one single face.
Yeah.
But it looks the part. Very, very cool. I really love it. I love the style. I love the concept. But let's actually get to our main topic.
Okay. So actually, the main topic kind of focus more on me.
Focus on.
we will discuss a very interesting topic. Today is about like the books in the tabletop game. It's own like science fiction and fantasy books. So it's a very important part when we play battletech, warhammers, or any type of game, and it's a very big and new world. Do you love that?
Absolutely. But here's the big question: is lore, our books, our story around the game important? What do you think?
I think it's play a vital role in the game, because in the end it's just like a plastic mini in your hand. So if you don't know about the history of the mini, the world, he's in the role, it's very difficult to understand and see it so beautiful. Your painting job will be also different.
And this is what I feel. I feel it's even more than just that. I feel it's even more than just telling a story, and every time you play a game you kind of tell a part of this unbelievably epic story, whether it's battletech or warhammer or mantic games, what is called death. Keep forgetting that name because I don't play it, but there's so many of these, and these are all these big stories and you kind of feel part of it. But I feel there's more to that, because this is not just about the lore of the games. It is about
the story,
the exchange of
knowledge,
of creativity, which is knowledge in a way, right? It's fiction knowledge, and creativity is born from the exchange of ideas, and these are ideas. Like books are packed with ideas. The books themselves are ideas, and the foundation of the books is also an idea, and so there's a lot of importance to fiction books in terms of gathering creativity and bringing it to the forefront. And also, the more we exchange among different cultures, the more diverse, the more interesting, the more holistic the whole approach becomes. So this is majorly important.
So a few days ago when we discussed about this topic, and it was very interesting when it turned out that like my country, Vietnam, when I was born and how I grown up, we didn't have that type of like a science fiction book and fantasy book like this. It never translated in Vietnamese. All the book we had something about like fairy tale or some kind of like self-help or maybe romance story, and also like, this very popular nowadays, just like a financial book, how to make you become a rich man. So it's a whole new world for me when I had a chance to read Warhammer 40k and battletech books, and even nowadays, it's when I try to find in Vietnamese, it's not available, but the need is there when I dig it out. So battletech is not there yet, but
yet.
Kathy, you should look at that. But for Warhammer 40k, we have a huge community in Vietnam, and everything brought to Vietnam is just like unofficial. It's just because of the fans. They want to build up and tell the story and to expand their hobby to other. I find like some Facebook group and some YouTube channel to tell about the lore, the story. So in general, like one or two guys went abroad and knew about the game, loved the game, and when he came back to Vietnam, he translated and put it in the group and the YouTube channel like that, and suddenly you can see the number of the member of the group. It's huge. It's like Vietnam Warhammer 40k club, by 4,000 members, and some YouTube channel they have like 9.6k subscribers. Yeah, something like that. It's a huge number. It's a huge market. I talked to some friends who play mini in Vietnam. They told me that like it all starts by reading and hearing about the lore, the story, and they just fall in love with the just fantasy and science fiction world. That's why the mini come later and painting come later.
Here at GW, I always thought you like money. There is a lot of money lying around there.
But until now, no official book were translated in Vietnamese. Just like some short stories, some what people post on the Facebook group. Just like some paragraph, sentence, and also tell story on YouTube. It's just like 20-30 minutes, maximum 1 hour. Not sure how it cannot be a book.
And this is where like we really like when we talked about this I think 2 days ago.
You were shocked.
I had a culture. I mean, for example, I looked up whether one of the most well-known novels in science fiction history, War of the Worlds from H.G. Wells, had been translated. I mean, this book had literally been translated into a non-understandable English called War of the Worlds. I'm going to put a screenshot here, where the idea is to prove that you can read a sentence if just the first and the last letter of each word are in the right place.
And maybe the reader already read the book, they understand the content, so they don't need to confuse the mind, everything like come back, something like that. So to show that it's a very popular book.
This has been done, but it hasn't been translated to Vietnamese. Can you believe that? I was just sitting there. For me, this was a surefire shot where I thought, yeah, this one is for sure.
He didn't believe me. That's why he tried to find the most popular like science fiction book to show me that it must translate in Vietnamese, but no. Nope.
So there's a lot of potential lost in this, right? I mean, not just in terms of Warhammer and BattleTech, of course. Here, I mean, get that as Games Workshop. This is money on the street you're not picking up. Anyway.
Vietnam is a country with very young generation, and every year there's so many people and thousands of students go abroad to UK, US, Australia, all other countries to learn, and yeah, they love the thing. It's a huge market there.
Yeah, and this, but it's not just about these books. It's in general that there's a lot of potential in reimagining how fiction functions. That's just lost. I mean, just in a single country, if you keep picking up the same pieces of the same fiction, it will eventually, maybe some parts will grow. If we look at what happened with the book Roadside Picnic, which then eventually became the movie Stalker, which was very different but still kind of similar, and the video game from Ukraine Stalker, which is awesome. You should play it. And then the book series Metro was inspired by it. So, but this was all kind of pretty samey. Now, if this would jump out of this corner and suddenly be picked up and reimagined in different ways, then we would get somewhere very different. And we have seen this mostly video game form, where the video game stalkers inspired tons of video games on how to build up. Without that, no open world games. That was the first one, right? And, or maybe one of the first ones. The first one that really showed the potential behind just a free choice approach to that degree. And I mean, it's also just storytelling in the end, right? I mean, whether it's a book or a movie or a game or an audio play or whatever, it's all a story, a way to convey a story, a specific way to a specific tool to use, right? It ends in the same bin. So the loss here in terms of what could have been, in terms of inspiration, in terms of gain for the whole world, enriching, is kind of sad, because I assume it's not just Vietnam. But
so many other countries.
To me personally, I mean, this whole topic is very near and dear, because to me, I also write books, and I really think that it is very, very important. It's a very important way to communicate, to exchange culture, and to grow essentially a universal understanding of creativity. So this is why I kind of had a culture, and I thought this is a very important topic that we really should talk about, because it's obviously not talked about enough. Because I do believe else we would already see a very different world. Because it all sounds a lot like money if you are a Games Workshop or Catalyst.
Yeah. Because like on time of the book, it's not easy to read it in English at all, because there's, even for me, it's because there's so many new terms about kind of fantasy and fiction terms that it's very new for me. So every time I read it needs a lot of like translation. So it will be a lot of help if I can read them in my mother language.
Oh, this one you should read.
Yeah.
That's extremely funny. Yeah, so this is the topic. Maybe we managed to plant a seed or throw a spark somewhere that can ignite something, right? That would be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the topic we talked today. And we'll see you in the next
tomorrow.
Video.
So just real quick for the schedule, we're gonna have just topic discussions like this on every Saturday, and Sunday is going to be the normal long form video. We're not going to put too much editing effort into this one. The idea here is to talk freely and to just bring a topic out and just discuss it. And then Sunday is the normal video where we sit down for 2 days and painstakingly add all the effects in, like lightning and whatnot, and go from there. Right, that's all from our side.
Yeah. Also for all my side too. Okay, thank you so much for watching our video. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.